Okay, hello. Most of you know my name is Augustus. I just want to talk a little bit about what happened to me today. I went to the welfare office and I went to apply for food stamps. I've been doing this for a few weeks now, and a couple weeks ago, I had a guy approach me and ask me why I wasn't taking karate anymore. Well, you know, some people know that I haven't had a job for a while, and I had to voluntarily resign. It was either that or be terminated. My previous employer wasn't really giving me much choice, but I won't go into too much detail on that. Um, so he was asking me why I wasn't employed. Well, it's really difficult when you don't have a job to have money, and most businesses, when they start hounding you for money that you don't have, puts a lot of stress on you, and that's one of the things right now with me. I'm just under so much stress that I don't really think that it's right for people to be demanding money that I don't have, and they should try to be a little more accepting of that because in this day and age, it's not as easy as people think to find a job, and I know the economy is really bad, but maybe these employers also need to realize that they are not really in a position to be telling us no because they need workers. I mean, unless they like doing it themselves. And who in the world likes doing it themselves? The Illuminati? I mean, really? I mean, it's just, you know, I said I was doing these videos, for my own personal blog, and they're my opinion, and I intend to keep them that way, and I tend to be open about it, but I don't think that it's right for people to be judging others, whether they have money or not, whether they should be homeless or rich, or whether they have a job or not. And people in the world should not have to sit there and point fingers and determine each other's fate because they don't have a job or they don't have money. It's well, first of all, it's not right. Morally, financially, spiritually, emotionally, physically, it's just not right. Um, Basically, I say that in an all sense. Um, the other thing is not having a job. You can't expect people to. Well, let me put it in another way. Someone who doesn't have a job doesn't have money. They have a vehicle. Let's say they have a vehicle. No job means no money, means no gas for that vehicle. How are you going to expect them to get to work? Okay, here's another scenario. No job means no money. Say they don't have a vehicle. No money means no vehicle. They can't buy a vehicle. How do you expect someone to buy a vehicle to get to work? Okay, that's the first issue. The second issue is, and this has to do with jobs, and I'm running into this problem. How do you expect someone to find a job that they have no experience in, but yet you're expecting them to have experience, or you're expecting them to already have this knowledge in their head. Well, if they've never done the work, they're not going to know what to do. But if you don't give them a chance, how are they ever going to learn? A lot of these businesses are doing this and having this mentality, and they think that being on top of the triangle or close to the top is the way to be. It's not. And in truth, they're not really on top of the triangle. They never have been and never will be. And you know what I mean by triangle. I mean, anyone who says they don't, they're plain dumb. Um, and I'm sorry if that offends anyone, but that's the truth. And yeah, the truth hurts, but that's the way it is. And, you know, I know there's a lot of things in this world I don't have any control over, but I'm sure as hell gonna get a say in it. And whether it's the last say or not, I don't care. I'm still getting a say. That's the second issue. Uh, this, but anyway, I want to kind of direct back to my blog. It's mainly going to be about me. You know, it's everything that I talk about sort of correlates to me because I live in that kind of world. It's not a fantasy world. That's how I perceive the world around me. I watch people. I watch what they say. I watch what they do. Watch how they act. You know, I see the signs. I see symbols. I see what's going on. I'm not dumb. You know, people think, oh, let's dumb them down. Well, no. No, it's not just about them. It's also about me. And they want to sit there and say, oh, well, no, it's not about you. It's not, you know, you shouldn't think that. Wrong. Because 9 times out of 10, when I'm not looking, they're talking about me behind my back. Or they're saying things. So, that's one of the other reasons why I'm doing this blog is I want to put that out there and you know, I hope people do see it. I hope someone does stumble across it, and I hope someone that does stumble across it does recognize me. And if they don't like what I have to say, they don't have to talk to me. They don't have to associate with me. That becomes their problem, you know. But I'm sure as hell not gonna let people badmouth me anymore. I'm tired of it. Um, that's what this blog is about. You know, it's not just so much to rant or vent because that's not really what it's about. It's about how I feel, and I'm not gonna claim to know everything because clearly I don't. I mean, I probably got a big old label across my forehead that says dumbass, but you know, uh, I'm not gonna sit there and take the sharp end of the stick and be smacked on top of the head with a book saying, oh, be dumbed down, be dumbed down. We want you to be the blind sheep. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm sorry. I just want the rest of the world to know that. So I'm going to do these blogs for me. And if you don't like what I have to say, well, I'm sorry. You know. I'll probably find something else to rant about tomorrow, but I'm gonna end this vlog actually on a good note. Last 2 weeks I haven't really been feeling well, but today I seem to be feeling a hair bit better, health-wise, and I'm thinking that's because since I've started keeping a written, well, it's not really written, it's more like a private journal. Yeah, it is written, and I'm not telling anyone where that's at. Since I've sort of been keeping a private journal, and you're all probably wondering, well, who in the world keeps a private journal? I mean, what? Is he, Is he homosexual? Not that I have a problem with that. I don't. To each their own. And that's fine if people want to be that way. But um, no, I'm just the kind of person that sometimes I like to jot down my ideas. I'm sure we all do, and there's nothing wrong with that. But anyway, back to my health. Uh, I've started feeling a little bit better now that I've started doing that, and I think that's a good thing. So I'm not gonna stop doing that, and I'm not gonna stop doing the videos if it's helping me. And despite what other people think, they don't have to watch them. There's a trillion other videos on the internet they can watch. More than that. Um, my video isn't the only blog out there. I'm just one person, so I'm not gonna make a big deal of it. Now, um, and this grin, I know you all can see it. Trolls. I don't want to hear it. I've got my comments disabled. I got my ratings disabled for that very reason. I don't want to hear it. Sorry. That's just the way it is. No offense to those trolls. They can be trolls on other pages, not mine. Um, I, I, I'm I'm not into that, and I mean I don't mind the jokes. I mean some of them are pretty funny, but I I just don't do that. So I'm gonna end this video on that note. I think that is a rather good note, and I appreciate you all, well, at least watching my videos, um, or the ones that do. So thank you.